Hello, I know this video is a long time coming. I'm going to try and not waffle on for too long, but I want to start with a couple of little pointers. One, this isn't age restricted because we all know there are people under the age of 18 that give birth every day, and I didn't want to make it unavailable to those that may find this useful. I'm not sure many will, but they could do. So that isn't age restricted, but I wouldn't recommend watching it near minors if they're going to understand what I'm saying, because I do talk about vagina and vulva and all of that stuff. It's, you know, hence not monetized. It wouldn't just, it would be flagged. So maybe don't listen to it near younger children if they'd understand what I was saying. Babies and small toddlers and stuff is probably fine. And also, if you're here to get some sort of gratification because it's a video about vaginas, cat's trashing my room. Cheers, Meredith. Run. Because this, unless you're a sadist, this is not going to work for you, chicken. It's not. It's just save yourself the trauma, because you will be traumatized. So getting down to this is a video about giving birth and what can happen to your vagina and your vulva and my personal experiences and my personal damage. And unfortunately for me, I have damage every single damn time, and this time I've got a new kind of damage. Oh, it's exciting. It's really not, but it's something I've not experienced before, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit. And as I said, I'm opening up to anyone else, so if you want to share your experiences, this cat is terrorizing my video. If you do want to share your experiences or anything, do leave me a comment down below. In my description bar, there are also ways to connect with me on other social media platforms. Send me a message, but I'm actually more than happy to make this a whole series where other people talk about their births, no matter how they went, if they want to share a little bit of information and maybe get the more open and honest experiences out there for people that don't know what they're getting into. It could be handy, or it could just offend, upset or traumatize a lot of people, or no people because no one watches it. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go on a journey together all about vagina. But I went with vagina moanavlog, not monovlog, because that might be trademarked and I don't want to get slapped. I've given birth 6 times. Yes, I'm mental. 3 of which were my own babies and 3 of which were surrogate babies, and I have torn with every single one. Now, I want to make this very clear. Not everyone's going to tear. I do not stretch. I'm covered from boobs down in stretch marks. Not even kidding. So I will give you a warning. I do think if you get a lot of stretch marks, you are more likely to tear, because I think that has got something to do with your skin's elasticity. If you don't get stretch marks, if you've only got 1 or 2, chances are you're not going to tear, so try not to panic. But just a heads up for you that do get stretch marks, maybe ask for some perineal support when you are giving birth. I'm going to throw the cat out of the room. Not throw, obviously, just escort her out the door. Just maybe, yeah, ask for some perineal support. I didn't get a chance because I give birth quite quickly as well. So yeah, it didn't go great for me, really, gotta be honest. And one of the reasons I haven't done it yet is I hadn't really spoken to my IFs, and I know Mark watches my videos, and I didn't want to come on here and talk about what's happened and stuff like that and him to feel bad about it, like guilty or anything like that. So I wanted to just sort of like throw it out there in a gentle way, because I was waiting for it to heal properly and everything, and I've been left with a minor problem from giving birth to her, which I'm not a big fan of, but you know, and that is basically I've been left with some nerve damage. So for those of you that didn't see my live on Channel Mum or anything like that, I'll see if I can find a link to it and pop it in the description bar down below. But I tore not only on my perineum, which I've done with all 5 births beforehand. I had a 3rd degree with my son. I had a grand 2nd degree twice, and I've had 2nd degree 3 times. Yeah, that's so I've torn quite impressively, but this birth with Sophie is the very first time I've had a labial tear. And I've got to say, I may have had a 3rd degree, like all the way through, or grand 2nd degree, where it's gone all the way to my rectum and quite deep, like several layers through lots of muscle on the way up. Not a fan of that, by the way, at all. But that actually hurts less than a labial tear. Who knew? I had, I think they, you know, it was a minor tear. It wasn't a massive one. It did go, my labia did split. Like literally, it's healed and it's like this at the top. So it used to be rounded like that, yeah. And now it's got split that goes down. So it's like an M&M or McDonald's or something. I don't know. If I ever flash my labia to people, they're probably going to want a Big Mac. Let's find out. No, I'm kidding. I don't flash my labia to people. I've been with the same man for 20 years. Actually, my 15th wedding anniversary today. So, yeah, try not to judge me too much. Actually, judge me. I'm judged myself, so I can't really get too upset with other people doing it. But that hurt. And unfortunately, I have been left with some nerve damage. And what that means is sometimes when I wipe myself or something, go into the toilet, it'll hurt. Most of the time, it just hurts randomly throughout the day, on and off, it will just hurt. Sometimes, like right now, because I'm thinking about it, it just feels sore, like I've taken the skin off, even though I know I haven't. And other times it hurts, like actually makes me go, oh, ow, because it hurts. And then the kid's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, ignore me. Because you can't really go, my vagina hurts. Well, I could, but I think I'd probably traumatise them, especially George, my son, who is 12. And I'd rather not break him because, you know, I want to send him out into the big wide world and make him a decent member of society rather than break his brain in his formative years. So it's kind of annoying and it's not pleasant, and I've had the odd bit where I've actually had a bit of a sobbing fest, not gonna lie, because I struggled with it. It also didn't heal right. So I have, as said, the M at the top of one labia, which is now smaller, by the way. I also have a groove from all the way up. So basically where I tore from my vagina all the way up, literally through the labia where the flap part is at the top, tore all the way through, and then the tear continued up on the other side. So it went from like the inside to then the outside of the top of my labia and up the side of my clitoris. So I literally ended up with stitches in the side of my clitoris. And so that's kind of where the nerve damage is. It's on that side and where the split is at the top of my labia minora. And I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it, and I'd like it to stop now, but it can be lifelong. They can remove nerves, and like block them off or cut them off or whatever, so they don't hurt you anymore. But weirdly, don't really want anyone messing with the nerves around that area of my anatomy. Thank you very much. Leave them alone. So I'm hoping with time it can heal. It can take up to a year, I think, for it to heal. And if it hasn't healed by a year, chances are it's not going to. So I've got that to look forward to. I'm hoping it does heal by itself. Seems like 3 to 6 months is sort of the average for nerve damage to resolve. So pray for my vagina, if that's all right, or my vulva, actually, if we're being scientifically correct. Feel free, I might do hashtag pray for Lisa's vulva. So that's kind of where I'm at. The perineum healed fine. I've got no lasting problems. I've got no pain there. And I was so worried, as some of you know, at the end that I was going to tear badly and that I was going to be left damaged and I was going to be left in pain like I was after I had Finley and undo all the repair op and everything. I genuinely was getting really upset about that at times, and that's fine, absolutely fine. But the other bit's buggered now. So I mean, it is sad. I can't lie, I'm sad about the scar that's left there, because it is like a proper groove. It's only a couple of millimeters deep, but in that area it just feels like a really deep groove, and that sort of upset me in a weird way. And I know it sounds superficial or shallow or whatever, but actually it's a very intimate area of you, and to have it permanently disfigured, even mildly so, can be a bit of a knock. And I'm putting my hands up. If people want to call me weak or pathetic or anything, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. But for me, I struggled. And so I wanted to come out here and actually be honest about that, because if anyone else has been left with birth damage and it's changed the way your vagina looks or anything like that, or even if it's not birth damage but just giving birth has changed the way your vagina looks, and you're struggling with that, you're not alone. You are not alone, because I'm struggling with it, and I've struggled with it on and off over the years. And I thought after having the repair op, I would be less sort of weak about that, or less damaged by that. I don't know what the right terminology is here. I didn't sleep last night, I'm tired. But I'm damaged. I'm saddened by it, and it has affected me, and it has made me wobble on a number of occasions. And I've had a little cry, and then I've sort of berated myself for being so pathetic. And then I thought, well, why is it pathetic? This is a very important part of a human body. I'm not like a nymphomaniac or anything, but it is an important part of your body. It's a very intimate part of your body, and to have that changed in a way that isn't great is going to affect you. And I've decided to, rather than be embarrassed or ashamed of how I feel, I'm just going to be honest, because I cannot be alone. So if you were left with birth damage, me too, babe, and if it's upsetting you, I'm sorry, and I get you. If you want to collaborate with me, or you want to just do it, be it that via a blog or via here, let me know, because I'd be interested to open it up. But pretty much I've got a little bit of damage left and it has made me sad. My perineum is fine, and I just want to sort of talk about my experience a little bit and open the platform up to see if anyone else wants to join me. I very much doubt anyone will. I think this will be a one-off unless I hear anything majorly exciting in next week's checkup. But I think pretty much that's it. But I'm open to the possibilities of it expanding. So I'm going to shut up now. All right, I love you all. I'll see you all soon. I hope you're having a wonderful week and you enjoyed Halloween and everything. And I will check you out in my next video. Yeah, okay, bye.